the 18 WJTS News, good evening, I'm Charlotte Olson. As local schools are getting back into the rhythm with academics, after-school programs are as well, and athletics. As one of the speakers of Monday night's Greater Jasper Consolidated School Board meeting was Jasper High School Athletic Director Andy Noblet. Andy Noblet, who gave his annual report on the state of the athletic department. Others on hand last night included JHS boys and girls tennis coach Scott Yarbo, who presented a building structure project at the tennis complex that would provide spectators a shaded open space. The cost of the project would come at around $75,000, and that Yarbrough explained was all spoken for and would be at no cost to the school corporation in and of itself. Greater Jasper School Superintendent Dr. Tracy Lorai extended her gratitude of the donation for the project.
So the Jasper Tennis Program has been the beneficiary of a fairly large donation from several patrons of their program that will enable them to add some protective patio area on the tennis complex. And so that will be a place where patrons and players can get out of the sun. There'll be a seating area. But what's so very nice about that is the ability to add that will cost the district nothing because of the generosity of patrons of the tennis program. So we're very grateful for that.
After Yarbrough's presentation, the Greater Jasper School Board approved the project and shared their gratitude to Coach Yarbrough for bringing the idea to the board's attention and also for the generous donation. In addition, another future asset to the school corporation was presented to the board by Jasper High School School Coordinator Holly Hughes and also by Assistant Principal Glenn Beekline, who would like to bring what is now known as comfort dogs to Jasper High School. Beekline explained that the presence of these dogs would serve as a source of support for students who find themselves in difficult times dealing with tragedy or stress within their lives. Hughes added that as she is being sought by students on a regular basis and visits with as many as 16 students in as little as a 7-hour period, she says that those numbers do not include students that she does not get to see, which could benefit from having time to be around a comfort dog to relieve them from stress or anything else that is weighing on them. Lorai elaborates on the issues some students possibly face throughout their daily life that can benefit from a comfort dog as another source of emotional support.
Our students come to school with all kinds of issues that are going on in their lives. Some of them are academic related, but some of them are social and emotional in nature. And sometimes those type of issues can impede their ability to concentrate in class or to be able to just perform academically. And so by adding a comfort dog or comfort dogs as an option for students, we feel like that would be an opportunity to allow students to interact with someone who's non-judgmental, who just is there to listen and to provide unconditional love.
It was discussed that this voluntary resource, if there are students that are allergic or afraid of the animals, that they will not be subject to use them. Beekline explained that this support initiative would not cost the corporation money since the dogs are owned by faculty and staff and would be trained by one of the former students who has 10 years in experience and has worked with the Department of Defense Canine Training. County by county unemployment numbers for the month of July have been released, and for the second consecutive month, DuBois County leads the pack with Indiana's lowest unemployment rate. DuBois County's unemployment rate in July came in at 3.1%, a drop of 0.3% from the June rate of 3.4%, and a drop of 0.1% from Indianapolis suburb Hamilton County's rate of 3.2%. The two counties were in a deadlock for the #1 spot in June. Statewide, Indiana Department of Workforce Development says that the Hoosier State's unemployment rate for July dropped to 4.6%, the third consecutive month of decline. The rate is now the lowest it's been since the start of the year, and that's more than 11,000 Hoosiers found jobs in the private sector last month. State numbers show that employment gains were boosted largely by professional and business sector, while leisure and hospitality jobs saw a significant drop. Indiana's unemployment rate is lower than the national average in almost all of its neighboring states except for Michigan. Now locally, as we mentioned, DuBois County once again leads the state with the lowest unemployment rate. Davies County came in at 3.5%. Spencer County's July rate was 3.9%. Martin County was at an even 4%, Warwick at 4.2%, Perry County at 4.5%, Pike at 4.7%, and Orange was 11% and Crawford June's unemployment rate was at 5.2%. For the second straight month, Greene County had the state's highest unemployment rate at 6.8%. The Jasper Street Department, along with its contractor RejuveTech, has been the next phase of pavement preservation. This phase is going on now and will continue through tomorrow, August the 24th. Street Department officials say that 3rd Avenue from State Road 164 to Justin Street will be the final area that is treated, and that will take place tomorrow the 24th. Motorists will experience lane restrictions as well as delays and are encouraged to use an alternate route. Also tomorrow, the Jasper Street Department says that they will be closing Andrew Lane between Klemper Road and Lechner Lane for a storm sewer replacement. The closure will begin at 8 a.m. and roadway will reopen at 4 p.m. Once again, the Jasper Street Department says that they will be closing Andrew Lane between Klemper Road and Lechner Lane for a storm sewer replacement. The closure will begin at 8 a.m. and the roadway will reopen at 4 p.m. A methamphetamine lab was removed from the trunk of a car after officers followed up on two suspicious Spencer County men. While inside the CVS pharmacy in Tell City, an officer with the Tell City Police Department noticed a man acting suspiciously. The Tell City officer contacted a trooper with the Indiana State Police and informed him that the man had been driving a white Chevrolet Cavalier. The trooper drove through the parking lot and located the vehicle, but did not get a computer return on the car's registration until after it had left the parking lot. The trooper continued to check info and found that the possible identity of the man was 37-year-old Jason Tooley of Dale. Tooley was actively wanted through Spencer County, and the Tell City officer confirmed with the trooper after seeing a picture of Tooley and that he was the male he observed in the pharmacy. A short time later, the trooper saw the Chevrolet pull into a parking lot off of the Walmart store located along State Road 66 in Tell City. He witnessed the car pull up to the front of the store where 19-year-old Sean Payne of Evanston got into the vehicle. Police say that the Chevy pulled onto State Road 66 when another Tell City officer initiated the traffic stop. Officers learned that both Tooley and Payne were wanted on warrants throughout Spencer County. As they were checking the car, they opened the trunk and immediately smelled a strong chemical odor. After observing numerous items consistent with the manufacturing of methamphetamine, the Indiana State Police Methamphetamine Supervision Section was contacted to dismantle and dispose of the meth lab. During a search of the vehicle, officers found smoking pipes, hypodermic needles, synthetic marijuana, and pills that were identified as legend drugs, and also burnt aluminum foil that field tested positive for methamphetamine. Both Tooley and Payne were arrested without incident and lodged into the Perry County Jail. Officials at Wood Memorial High School are investigating reports of ongoing bullying within the school's football program, and the district superintendent says that the status of this week's football game against Tecumseh is still up in the air after the team's season opener against Princeton was forfeited last Friday. East Gibson School Superintendent Mike Brewster confirmed that the team did not play in the Princeton game because of an investigation within the Wood Memorial High School football program. Oakland City Police Chief Alec Hensley also confirmed that his department is investigating alleged actions of some of the football team. The investigation came at the request of a school official on Friday. He estimated that the investigation would take at least 2 weeks, and he described some of the allegations as hazing related. School officials also notified the Indiana High School Athletic Association of the allegations on Friday. Make sure to keep it right here, because up next we'll take a look at your weather summary.